Is teachers' commitment in an educational organization important in attaining quality education? Greetings to everyone. I am Haidee B. Awyan from the University of Mindanao, Davao City with my research title, Distributed Leadership of School Heads, Teachers' Participation in Decision Making, and Teamwork Skills, a causal model on organizational commitment among public school teachers. The issue of organizational commitment among public school teachers stands as a significant concern that adversely affecting school productivity and stability, according to Malik of 2020. In fact, during the transition to online teaching, teachers displayed reduced commitment to their organizations, correlating with heightened personal stress, while other teachers opted to leave the country for good. As highlighted by Aslamea of 2019, teachers' organizational commitment was linked to lower student learning outcomes, posing a considerable challenge for schools and educators in attaining the Sustainable Development Goal number 4, the quality education. The main goal of this study was to find the structural model that best fit organizational commitment among public school teachers in Region 11. Specifically, this study seeks to measure the level of distributed leadership of school heads and its indicators, to measure the level of teachers' participation in decision making in its indicators, to measure the level of teamwork skills and its indicators, to measure the level of organizational commitment among public school teachers and its indicators, to determine the correlation significant relationship among the variables, to develop a causal model using a structural equation model to investigate the relationship between distributed leadership of school heads, teachers' participation in decision making, teamwork skills, and their impact on organizational commitment among public school teachers, and to determine the best fit model that predicts organizational commitment among public school teachers. This study is grounded with quantitative methodology to quantify the perceptions of the respondents of the variables. And its design is descriptive correlational with causal modeling, while the research local focuses on 10 divisions of Region 11, which is located in southern part in Mindanao. Employing a stratified random sampling technique among the total population of 14,571 secondary public school teachers from different schools in Department of Education Region 11, Philippines, we have a sample size of 423 using a raw soft calculator. The researcher also used a validated survey questionnaire while utilizing the 5-point Likert scale for respondents to evaluate their agreement with the various statements concerning the variables. And of course, the statistical tools used by the researcher are mean, person R or person product moment correlation, and structural equation modeling. Results in discussion. It could be gleaned in Table 1 from the results that with the overall mean of 4.60 and the standard deviation of 0.36, the school leaders have a very high level distributed leadership. In Table 2, with the overall mean of 4.23 and the standard deviation of 0.53, this implies that the teachers have very high level of participation in decision making. In Table 3, with the overall mean of 4.47 in a standard deviation of 0.44, this implies that the public school teachers have very high level of teamwork skills. They have strongly agreed that they have teamwork skills in Department of Education Region 11. In Table 4, it also shows that the overall mean is 3.88 and the standard deviation is 0.55. This implies that the organizational commitment among public school teachers is on high level. These three tables showed that the p-value of each table rejected the null hypothesis. Thus, these connote that there is a correlational significant relationship between distributed leadership to teachers' commitment, teachers' participation in decision making to teachers' commitment, and teamwork skills to teachers' commitment. In Table 6, it is presented the significance on the influence of distributed leadership, participation in decision making, and teamwork skills on organizational commitment among public school teachers, with the if value of 0.316, p value of 0.00. This regression model is therefore significant, then it leads to the rejection of the null hypothesis. It could also be stated that there is a variable that predicts the organizational commitment of the public school teachers. This figure presents the best fit model and standard solution. As shown in that figure, all of the indicators of distributed leadership, namely perception of educational leadership and leadership practices, are predictors of organizational commitment. On the other hand, two indicators of participation in decision making, namely learners' disciplinary problems and school planning, are predictors of organizational commitment. Additionally, two indicators of teamwork skills, namely decision making and coordination, are predictors of organizational commitment. Furthermore, organizational commitment was measured in terms of the following indicators: affective, normative, and continuous commitment. The results and discussions from this study were used to formulate the following conclusions. As presented in the results, the school heads level is very high. Teachers' participation in decision making is very high. Teamwork skills are very high, while the organizational commitment among public school teachers is high. It has also been found out that all indicators of distributed leadership are positively correlated with the indicators of organizational commitment, same with organizational participation in decision making and teamwork skills. Though all indicators of teachers' participation in decision making do not have significant relationship to continuous commitment as one of the indicators of organizational commitment. Furthermore, it has also been found out that there is a low positive correlation that exists to some indicators of the variables. In fact, in generated model 3 has been found to be the best fit model that predicts organizational commitment at the public secondary school teachers in Region 11. Based on this model, all of the indicators of distributed leadership, namely perception of educational leadership and leadership practices, are best predictors of organizational commitment. Two indicators of participation in decision making, namely learners' disciplinary problems and school planning, are predictors of organizational commitment. While the two indicators of teamwork skills, namely making and coordination, are predictors of organizational commitment. With all these, recommendations were made for our school leaders and DepEd officials. They must have provided necessary actions to increase the level of public secondary school teachers' organizational commitment. They must be proactive in addressing these issues, considering that there are already many experienced public school teachers who opted to leave the country and seek better opportunities overseas. And they must ensure teachers' participation in designing budget allocation. And for our future researchers, these may be conducted to different locale. And this may also be conducted using teachers in the big and mega schools as the respondents, or even those who are elementary school teachers in the Department of Education. And these are the references of my study. Thank you so much, and may God bless us all.